latest buzz in the entertainment world.
Liz and Mike from 105.1 The Buzz joining us live. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, guys.
Morning. All
Are
right.
you doing okay?
A little Panic at the Disco, yeah, disbanding. I have some takes on it, but before I give my takes, I want to open the floor to our experts.
Travis's little emo heart is broken.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
They're not one of your favorites?
No, I do like them a lot, but I have some qualifiers that I will get into. But
Okay.
but Liz and Mike, take it away. What are the headlines here with Panic at the Disco breaking up?
Well, there hasn't been this much drama since they got rid of the exclamation point and brought it back. No, so Brendan Urie made the announcement yesterday. He posted like this heartfelt letter up on his social media talking about how, he never saw himself having this level of success. His wife is expecting their first child. The idea of being able to stay home with her and see their child grow is just very important. So they are going to disband. Now, the reason it's kind of, I don't want to say funny, but like, basically, Panic at the Disco is Brendan Urie.
Thank you.
Brendan
That's my
Urie.
point that I was going to make.
Yeah, everybody else that's been in the band has just kind of been a revolving door, and the only consistent person has been the frontman, Brendan Urie. So I have a theory that yes, he is going to take time off, going to spend time with the baby when the baby arrives, do that whole thing. And that in about 2 or 3 years, he's going to be a caterpillar. He's going to go into his chrysalis and he's going to emerge a butterfly and go by Brendan Urie so that people actually know his name.
I think it's exactly what's going to, that was exactly the point that I was going to wait to bring up and why I'm not super heartbroken over losing what, yes, is like an iconic emo band. I mean, I like their new sound, but the sound has changed. They're not really emo in that punk rocky way like they were.
Yeah, they've got a little more
poppy,
with
right?
their recent stuff,
But
yeah.
I mean, Liz, you nailed it. The only band member that is in Panic at the Disco now that was in it, throughout the course of time is Brendan Urie. Everybody else is different. So I don't really feel like Panic at the Disco is breaking up. I feel like it's been the Brendan Urie tour this whole time.
Yeah, if anything, Brendan Urie's breaking up with the name. If you really want to impress me, bring the original members back. Get Ryan Ross and John Walker back in the group. Let's have a reunion tour or do something like that. Panic on the Disco is one of my favorite groups of all time. They're on my concert bucket list. I've never seen them, and if they get back together, the original group and formation, I will be there for that paying big money.
Same.
One, nobody knows who those people are. Yeah. And then two, oh my gosh, no, Brendan Urie, Panic at the Disco, whatever we want to call him, puts on an amazing show. I've seen him in concert, I think like 7 times.
Nice.
Wow.
And he gets out there and just has an amazing set of pipes. And he's one of the celebrities that I've been able to like interview throughout my career. And we worked a music festival together and he literally just wanted to hang out. He just followed us around for a couple hours. Yeah.
That
was
is
a real cool dude.
Yeah.
I could see them pulling a Blink-182. You know, give it 5 or 10 years, and then all of a sudden the original band's back
They're
together.
all back together.
And people are gonna go wild.
Totally. I did go to the Blink-182 reunion tour in 2009.
Yeah.
At what was then the Rose Garden. If Panic does it, I will be there as well.
That would be fun.
It would
be
be
a fun
fun.
show. Hey, I did not know that Paris Hilton was expecting. She's welcomed her first child.
Yeah, Paris Hilton is a mom. The announcement was made to People magazine, and then she posted up on her social media. It was via surrogate. It's the first child for her and her husband, and they're very excited. And in the picture Paris posted, it's her hand, I'm assuming, it's just hands, and then the baby's hand, like holding each other's hands.
Okay.
Real cute. They didn't tell us much about the baby, but a baby is a baby.
Do we have a baby name yet? Do we have a baby name?
No name yet. So
I love
sure
celebrity baby names. They're so crazy.
They are. They get out there. They're artistic.
Yes.
Yeah, her mom kind of spilled the beans a little bit about this about a month and a half ago. Her mom spoke out of turn about how Paris was wanting kids and, like a fertility issue that was happening. And then, she's now welcome to baby via surrogate. So we kind of had an idea that a baby might be on the way, but it wasn't confirmed until baby was actually here.
Well, I'm happy for her. She has come a long way from the Sweet Life days, yeah. What was it? No, not the Sweet Life. That was Disney. What was their show?
Oh, was that not the
Life?
same?
Simple Life.
The Simple Life. I'm like,
Simple
Sweet
Life.
Life.
I was like,
That's
Sweet
Zach
Life.
and Cody.
Oh,
Hang
that's
on.
the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. That's a totally different set of
The
issues.
Simple Life with her and Nicole. Yeah, they've come a long way. She's been pretty media savvy all along.
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk it?
No doubt.
But she seems really happy. So happy for her.
Happy. Congrats to Paris.
Yeah.
All right.
Indeed.
Indeed. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, friends.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
And you can always listen to Liz and Mike every weekday morning on 105.1 The Buzz.